Hello gamers, today we're going to be reviewing all of the G36 type guns in Phantom Forces. There are 4 of these guns and they kind of fit all the categories. It's G36 in Assault, Scout is G36C, Support is MG36, and Recon would be the G36K, but I have 300 conversion on it because it's really broken. Just an FYI, the G36K 300 conversion got a nerf. It's still pretty good though, but it's just a little bit different than it is during this video. So let's start off with the old classic, the G36. Keep in mind, all these guns actually shoot at 750 RPM. This one actually is one of the better ones. Some might argue the best one because it can do 31 damage in CQC and 25 in LRC. No torso multi, but a regular headshot multi, which I do not have a good loadout for this gun. I don't really use it that much, but it can kill with 4 hits all ranges, which is really, really strong, especially considering it's the fastest assault rifle except for obviously the funny M231 that can 4 hit all ranges. Fastest RPM, it shoots faster than the L85 and way faster than the Scar L, obviously. It also does better maximum damage than the L85, but this thing is way more inaccurate, and the L85 in my opinion is better, but a lot of people disagree. This is the God Status gun. He probably has like 100k kills on it. It's well known as the God Status gun. Like everybody's like, G36, that's a gun that God Status has a lot of kills on or something. I don't know, man. In my opinion, I don't really like this assault rifle. I could definitely see the reason to use it, because for a 4 hit all ranges gun, dude, this thing shoots incredibly fast. It literally shoots 50 more RPM than the L85, which isn't too much, but it does make a difference in time to kill. And not only that, but it shoots 150 RPM faster than the Scar L, and I don't really like the Scar L, I'm gonna be honest. It shoots too slow for my liking, but I could see where you would like it. You know, it is very, very accurate, but the L85A2 is equally, if not more accurate, and shoots 100 RPM faster, so too bad, man. In my opinion, this is okay, it is a very, very good gun. I don't like it a lot, but for a 4 hit all ranges gun, I said it shoots really fast. Reloads aren't amazing, but they are pretty fast, and this reload animation, you gotta like the reload animation where he grabs the 1 mag and takes it out and put in the other mag and he's holding 2 mags. I don't know, it's a cool one. It's also worth mentioning that the damage ranges are really good. Not that it matters, but it does have like a pretty good like unreliable 3 hit, because if you hit 1 headshot, it's got a 3 hit. It does 31 max damage, which keep in mind is actually 2 less than the Scar L. The reason that I don't use this gun that much is because I think the K2 is better, because the K2 kind of does what this gun does, but has a 3 hit and has less recoil, but it can't, I guess it can't 3 hit or 4 hit all ranges, but it doesn't matter. It can 4 hit nearly to the end of its max damage range, which is like 100. It can 4 hit to like 155 studs or something insane. But next up we have the G36C. As you can tell, I do not have a lot of kills on this thing as well. It sounds whack. The reason I don't have a lot of kills on this thing is because I think, in my opinion, that it is a piece of garbage. And that is not like an opinion that, okay, we gotta put some attachments on this. I do not see many people disagreeing with me on that, because this thing does 33 to 20. It can 5 hit all ranges, which is alright, and it can almost 3 hit in CQC. It doesn't have the 4 hit all ranges. It doesn't have the big magazine capacity. Yeah, the G36K 6 hits at the end of its damage range, but it can 3 hit to decently far, and with 300 conversion, it's basically like the best gun in the game. I'm just kidding, it's not the best gun in the game. Now, you might be saying, well, Strider, you're comparing it with the 300 conversion, and the 300 conversion is like a direct upgrade. You said it yourself. You can't say that this gun is bad. What about this gun with the 300 conversion? Well, this gun with the 300 conversion is alright, but it sucks at the same time, because it does 36 to 19. So basically, it becomes a worse G36K. But then it has, yeah, it's bad. This thing is bad with or without. That's why you don't see this thing really used except by like low ranks who don't actually have a loadout. I'm guessing this is probably like one of the least kill guns to CEO. So if you want to CEO this gun, like, I'm not trying to add competition to whoever is the current CEO, but all I'm saying is, if you're the CEO of this gun, you probably don't have that many kills, unless you're just like a crazy person who's just like, you know what, I'm gonna take a gun that's not really that good, and then I'm just gonna like kill 7 trillion people with it. Like, you will see many other guns before you see this gun. And yeah, it's got the 5 hit all ranges, which G36K does not, but it doesn't 3 hit in CQC. It kind of sounds cool. It just sounds like a really weak, weird version of the G36. And actually, when you compare it to the G36 has like 1 less max damage. Other than that, it's basically better in every way. Maybe this thing has better recoil control, but I really can't tell. And maybe it has like better movement and reloads. I mean, at least the foul para shorty, which is like kind of this gun in a way. Like it's the PDW small version of the other guns. At least that gun has like a lot of reasons to be used, like an incredibly quick reload. It can 4 hit to the torso, which is really good because the FAL 50's 6.3 para is a 4 hit to the torso as well, and it does more minimum damage than the 56.3 para. It's like literally did that video. That's yesterday's video, so that's why I'm like talking about those. This gun's a piece of garbage though. It's not a piece of garbage. I keep saying that. It's just really incredibly average and doesn't really have like a place in the game because the G36 is like a better version of it. Yeah, maybe the reload's slightly faster. I really can't tell. The recoil doesn't feel too bad though. Trades some close range performance for better long range performance. I don't see, it's 1 damage. It's 1 damage. It's 1. Dude, this one is better in every way. Even the like damage ranges are way better. The third gun on the list, this is the MG36. This gun without 300 conversion is a piece of garbage, but with the 300 conversion, this thing, it basically goes from doing like 31 to 23 to doing 34 to 20, which for some reason they made 35 to 20 but gave it a 30 stud max damage range instead of a 40. If you don't know, that means it gains a 3 hit in CQC, not too far, mind you, but it doesn't lose its 5 hit all ranges, and it doesn't have a torso multi. People are like, maybe it has a torso multi. No, it doesn't have a torso multi. It also loses some muzzle velocity, but holy, that guy is actually gaming. Yeah, but this thing with 300 conversion is pretty good, but without 300 conversion, it kind of sucks. And I don't think the G36 has a 300 conversion. Like, this thing becomes way stronger. Other than that, this thing is basically just like G36, but I think it might be a little bit less recoil intensive. It definitely feels that way, probably because it's just such a heavy gun, and you know, if a gun is heavy, it's probably not going to experience as much recoil because it just weighs so much. And the reload for 100 rounds is really good. I think it's actually a pretty good gun. It's definitely the worst LMG in the game, at least in most people's opinion. But the thing about it having 100 rounds and pretty good RPM, with 300 conversion, pretty good damage, and a pretty good reload, I mean, it is a nice kind of jack of all trades, but I would say that the Colt LMG is kind of a better jack of all trades, since it can 3-hit farther. But that's totally up to your own opinion. Let's see if I can tap fire this guy with the last couple bullets. Oh, the last bullet, dude. But yeah, this thing, I have 200 kills with it now. I think it's actually like pretty decent, but in my opinion, it's probably the second worst. This one is definitely got to be the worst. Moving on to the G36K, I'm using 300 conversion on this, and 300 conversion was completely changed in the newest update. Basically, it does 33 to 24 now with a torso multi, so it can actually 3-hit all right, and it can 4-hit all ranges if you hit a couple torso shots. So it is really, really strong, just a little bit different than it is in this video. But if there is a really stupid good gun in this category, it's gonna be this one. I like the G36. I think it's good. And this thing is a 6-hit in LRC, like a very definitive 6-hit since it does 17, nearly a 7-hit. It does so much damage in CQC, and its 6-hit is like very far away. You can see like this thing is just, it's a freaking banging gun. Of the G36 guns, when this thing got a buff, its first buff, because 300 Blackout was basically its second buff, its first buff was, I don't even know, it could do 34 to 60 studs after its buff, and I think they buffed it by giving it 3-hit, and I really liked it. I made a video on it before 300 Blackout. That guy, that was a good nade. Yeah, shout out to that guy for the freaking amazing nade there. I don't even remember. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I made a video on it. Right, really cool. I got a buff, and then I got a secondary buff, which was just called, hey, we gave it 300 blackout because 300 blackout is on like a million guns now. And then that's when this gun got its like second huge wave of traction. And people were talking about how it's literally like the best carbine in the entire game. What's its competition? Like Honey Badger? Well, FAL 56.3 Para. This is probably better than the FAL 56.3 Para now that I think about it. So yeah, this thing is another good gun. I would say that I'm a little bit biased towards this thing because I have over 1,000 kills on it. I really like it. It's definitely one of my favorite guns. I haven't used it in a long time, and I kind of have forgotten about it. But yeah, I mean, it's solid. I've made at least probably 2 videos on it. Pretty recoil. But yeah, that was all the G36s. I hope you guys enjoyed. I actually really liked making this video, and I'm really liking these list videos. So if you're enjoying them, please drop a sub, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.